Hello, and thanks for joining me. We are going to do some messages for Scorpio season. It is the intense time of year where we are about ready to go into the fixed water sign of Scorpio. It's passionate, it's intense. If you've been doing your work, it's a wonderful time to resurrect like the phoenix. To come from out of the ashes of the things that we've let go. I know I went for a beautiful country drive today, looking at all of the beautiful fall colors of fall, and very representative of the leaves falling from the tree. It's the perfect time of year to let shit go. And so Scorpio season's intense for everybody. If you've been doing your work, if you've been doing your inner processes, it's not so bad. It's kind of intense, but yet gratifying to know, to reflect on how far you've came, on how many things and obstacles in life you've overcame, how many things you fucking let go of, right? That's on the high aspect of it. We all have Scorpio energy. We all have 12th house energy. Or I'm sorry, 8th house energy. Sorry about that. We all have the planet of Pluto, death, rebirth, transformation, and also the ancient ruler Mars. So somewhere within us, this energy resides. And so it's up to us. Do your shadow work. Do a lot of letting go. Do a lot of resurrecting, or don't. So, Scorpio season, fixed water. Do your work or get stung, right? Scorpio energy can hold grudges if they get too fixed in their emotions. So from October 22nd, the sun, our luminary, will enter the sign of Scorpio, and then we'll reside there until we head into Sagittarius season, which will begin on November 21st. So if you are a Scorpio sun, happy solar return to you. We're just going to do some card messages, kind of a random come on and share. I happen to love Scorpio season, especially on that high vibe of it, right? People that want to be real, people that want to be raw, people that are intense, people that are psychological, and then it represents the reproductive system as well. So creativity. Scorpios on the low vibe don't really want to be vulnerable, but to be able to have enough trust within you to be vulnerable around the right people is so freaking transformative and so rewarding. We'll have a new moon in that sign of Scorpio too, I believe, November 1st. So I'm not too hesitant about Scorpio season. I'm ready to resurrect. I don't know about y'all, but I have been through so many things. I am letting go of so much shit, just like the leaves from the trees. I love the intensity. I love to go deep with people psychologically, I guess, and in the right environment, even sexually. 8th house represents, where we've joined with others. And I'm ready to resurrect in true intensity, true vulnerability, true psychological connection. And so we're going to do some messages here for Scorpio season. What do I have there? I have the Saturn in the 8th house. Yes. And I know why I said 12th house, because I'm a Scorpio 12th house. I'm a Sagittarius rising, so that makes sense. So let's just clear the energies. We're going to draw first from the Heal Yourself Reading Oracle cards by Ina Segal. Feels good. I love the crisp mornings. If you're in the northern hemisphere, if you're in a state that you actually get to see the changing and the falling away of things, the season of death. It's beautiful. It's powerful. Wouldn't change it for anything where I reside. The crisp mornings are fabulous. They're cleansing. And if you haven't been doing your work and you're one of those, liars, deceivers, super shallow people, then this season probably is a struggle for you. But me, as a 12th house, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Creator, for being with us today. I'm going to show you the front of these. It's not one of the decks that I use very often, but I thought, heal yourself. There's a little bit of darkness to this. I thought it would be perfect for Scorpio season. So which placements do you have in Scorpio? And do you know a low vibe Scorpio that's a grudge holder, somebody who's not a forgiver, somebody who will not be vulnerable with you even if you are a genuine, honest person? I know both high and low vibes of Scorpios. I have 2 Scorpio parents that are very different from each other, but have made it work for like 62 years, which is really cool. And I also know Scorpios that will not let you in even when you're genuine. Crazy. There's always the polarity, right? The ones that are intense and vulnerable and real. The ones that will sting the shit out of you even when there's no reason to sting the shit out of you, right? And then there's those that you come across that have interacted with you on your path and they transform you because they're so intense. Entrapment, card 34. So this is a message for Scorpio season to pay attention if you've entrapped your own psychological mindset into limitation, into nightmares. Look at this creepy dude in the background with this stick. She's laying there and it's almost like she is the worst enemy of herself. Card 34, entrapment. Boy, do I have a lot to say about this one. There is no coincidence that when the north node of the moon went into Aries and the south node into Libra, where relationships and self were highlighted, and I started a podcast on my Lady Virgo channel about narcissist abuse, narcissist recovery, and overcoming that. I said when I first started that here on this channel that I was not going to be the only one where the scales were lifted and I realized I was with a freaking narcissist. That is also an entrapment. That's a soul and a psychological entrapment. And so a lot of us, as the North Node in Aries has progressed, right? Because the nodes are an 18-month cycle. A lot of us have came to this realization where we were in situationships that were entrapment. They were karmic by nature. They were not reciprocal. And so first and foremost is, where have you got caught up in entrapment for yourself, right? But then where have you felt like you were stuck in this entrapment with others? And so it's important, big time, as we've been through this nodal shift of Aries to Libra, to let go of codependency, to let go of people pleasing, to step into our authenticity so that we can free ourselves from this nightmare. And look at this dude. Like, is he creepy or what? Yeah, I am saying he's creepy. So the message for the entrapment card for Scorpio season is, let me get a drink of water. It's super dry. You have drawn this card because it is time for a shift in your personal power. You are encouraged to take responsibility for your life and to choose new ways of thinking that create change. Woo! Am I so ready for this? The reality is that for you to make the change you want, need, and desire, you need a system, a daily discipline, and motivation. As long as you blame outside influences for any circumstances in your life, you are powerless. And I am so ready. Oh my God, in my experience, I have since like the beginning of May 2023 to now, I have resurrected myself. I have been excited about Scorpio season because I have been doing my work. I am not a victim. I am a victor. I have taken leadership role and responsibility over my life. I have been putting one foot in front of another and empowering myself. And I am so excited about this season. How about you? Woo! So here we go. Let's say it one more time. As long as you blame outside influences for any circumstances in your life, you are powerless. It's the government, your abusive background, the interest rates, the bank's fault. The system that many ultra successful people use is they read books every day, listen to audios, go to as many seminars as they can, practice recognizing others' achievements, and form relationships with like-minded people. Right? I say it all the time. When you rise, somebody else that's on the path is going to rise. We are in this Pluto return in the United States. We have now Pluto direct at 29 degrees where it's going to leave Capricorn, the structures for all of our lifetimes, and head into Aquarius where it's about the people. It's about AI, and it's always the polarity on the planet, right? Which each person does is how we're going to manifest that. But we can only escape from that entrapment with our first and foremost, our own mindset. But secondly, taking action in your own self, in your own life to get out of the entrapment. Ask yourself, are the people in my life building me up and inspiring me? If not, it's time to take charge and to start making change in your environment. Your first step could be cutting out all negative media from your daily life. I did that already, which is great. Another important action could be involve changing your diet, cutting out sugar, food with MSG and GMO, and replacing them with fresh organic vegetables. Yeah, okay. I don't know what year she made this deck, but it's about impossible. So I always say, bless everything that you partake in your mouth, right? Take the time and say the following statement to yourself or out loud. I am in control of my life. Nothing can affect me unless I choose to let it. My thoughts create my reality. Keep repeating this statement until you feel stronger. Eventually, you will believe it. It will help you to make new choices. And remember, your words and self-talk are very powerful in altering your life. And I'm telling you, I have been saying these mantras to myself. I listen to my body now, and I never, ever second guess my intuition. And I've been saying to myself, I am so worthy. All of my needs are met now, and the next day and the next day, I will always be taken care of. I am always where I need to be. And so, yeah, it's powerful. And let me say this too, because this is such a deep energy. You know, Pluto's intense, Scorpio's intense, 8th house is intense. We can have those times of low lows, but we always have that light within us. We can always keep that faith within us. We can always keep that optimism within us to resurrect up out of that. And so what is the support from I'm hot as hell right now. What is the support from our angels and our ancestors? This is Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors deck. So we're asking to be transformed by that entrapment, and it starts within ourselves first, right? Yeah, perfect message for Scorpio season. Which angels, ancestors message is wanting to come through for all of us who tune in to listen for Scorpio season? The moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Let me tell you, we are just this side as I'm recording this of the full moon in Aries, the hunter's moon. Talk about fabulous, talk about fiery, close to the earth, very bright and beautiful, very intense on tugging on the emotions. Also very intense on intuition. Even some nights where there was like, wow, I'm awake. I can't do this. I'm going to get all screwed up here. Take notice of intuitive messages through Scorpio season. Again, this is a water energy. The moon will be having a new moon. That's a dark moon where the sun and the moon kiss in the heavens in Scorpio energy. So it's going to be intense. It's a time of planting seeds under the new moon. However, it's asking us for the next, say, about 28 days of Scorpio energy to pay attention to those intuitive hits that you're getting from the depths of your soul, because we're going to need to more and more as we go through time trust our intuition. Never second guess it. Never second guess it, because that inner knowing within you is strong. It's powerful. It's intuitive. And a lot of times, if you're anything like me, you've allowed your intellectual mind to be in battle with your intuition. It's more important to merge the two and, unify the two so you can trust your intuition. So trust your intuition through Scorpio season on decisions, on choices, and go through this season accordingly. That will help you to get out of any enmeshment, any entrapment that you may be in. Beautiful. Beautiful messages. So from the Twin Flame Journey Tarot, we're going to draw some messages for Scorpio season. What are the messages for Scorpio season for all those who gather? I feel like I need to move I hope I don't knock you guys over. Move my camera back a little bit. Ooh, whoa, too many pop-outs. There's one that's flipped over face to face, though. We have the World card, completion. Many of us that have been on our journey are done. This Scorpio season is a transformative season for all of us. Many of us that have been on our path have been in this process of healing, reflection. We've been reflecting on how we've entrapped ourselves into this matrix that we've been in our personal lives as well, where we were our own damn nightmare. Like, this dude is a creep, I'll just say that. Being haunted by nightmares. Many of us may be having dreams and doing releasing in the dreams, but this completion cycle, trust it, because this World card is like, you know what, you're here now. Give yourself a little bit of credit for the things that you've overcame. And how cool is that? I love, you know what? Me and my Telegram group were just talking about the dandelions today, and there you got one that's going to seed. So blow those seeds and allow them to spread and start new journeys, do creative things through this Scorpio season, and allow the transformation of the completion cycle to start anew, a new refreshed approach to your life, to your being. Seven of Pentacles. So this is earth energy, this is body, this is resources, this is reevaluation. And so many of us through Scorpio season will be going through a reevaluation of where we've been and where we're heading. And I love this card because you see in the trunk of this beautiful tree where there's strong roots, you have a strong foundation. There's a light inside that little door on this tree, which is so cool. And it's wanting us to take the process of the death, the resurrection, like the phoenix rising, and embody that. What a beautiful card. This could be a time during Scorpio season where you're reevaluating, your roots, your ancestors, where you've been. There's new opportunities just through that door, just through the other side of this cycle of completion for you. It's important for us to trust our intuition. Scorpio season message. Ooh, we got the devil, obsession. It's important for us in Scorpio season to not feed any more things of the fleshly ways of quick gratification. It's important for us to trust our intuition through Scorpio season, to not be deceived. Now, this could be deceived by our own entrapment, but this is also going to be, and I'm going to say it, even though the card message of her card was saying not to play, victim and blame other people. That's true. But on an everyday life, to make sure you're not being fooled, deceived by other people as well, because we do have those nodes still in Aries, Libra, self, others, heading to our true north of independence, collaboration with others, gathering with others that are actually worthy of being in our surroundings, and letting go of narcissists, letting go of codependency, letting go of deceivers. And this, I would say, is also not only on the micro level, but the macro level. What are you obsessed with? Are you deceiving yourself? Or are you trusting your own intuition, listening to your own body, and freeing the shackles and chains of entrapment, whether this be psychological through Scorpio season, emotional? Reevaluate that and then embody that. So what other messages for Scorpio season? I haven't drawn from that deck in a long time. Let's do a Moonology manifestation card. Which message from this deck is wanting to come forth for Scorpio season? Which message is best fitted for those who gather here for Scorpio season? Yeah, this full moon in Aries that we just all had, y'all, was powerful. Wow, was it beautiful. The sky's still lit up. What's the date today? 20th right now? Is today the 20th? I gotta look on my trusty calendar. Hold on a minute before we pick this card. And I was drawn to pull a tiger's eye for Scorpio messages. Today is the 20th. Is it? Yes, Sunday the 20th of October. So the sun enters Scorpio just in 2 more days, but that full moon, wowza. Know you are loved. New moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Libra energy is where the south node is. Know that you are loved. And that is the message that it is asking us to reflect upon, to feel through Scorpio season. Remind yourself you are loved. And you know what? Rejection energy is time to let go of it. If somebody rejects you, it is a blessing. It is going to put you on a path. A door is going to open for you to where you're going to go, where you're actually celebrated and not just tolerated. That's where we're letting go of the codependency, South Node in Libra. We have to be equally yoked, whether this be friendships, intimate relationships. We can't be in these, we're just coming out of Libra season. So being in the center of the scale, and we're going to do a chakra card too. Being in the center of the scale and observing our relationships. Are they in balance? Are they in harmony? Are we being deceived If it's time for that, it's time to let it go. That's where South Node is. And you have to know this, that if somebody rejects you, it's actually a blessing. It's actually a blessing. It may not feel like it, but it is. Trust and believe. And man, do I really feel that. I actually really feel that. And talk to me about, I don't know, 15, 16 months ago, I probably wouldn't have said that because I didn't feel it. I feel it. I'm optimistic. I'm excited about the Scorpio season. Again, I've been doing my work, and that's where the resurrection, and again, those that are on this journey on the earth plane, if you haven't been doing your work, get ready for some fucking intensity during Scorpio season, right? What is the chakra message for Scorpio season? Creation. Ooh. So this is the silver. So this is the spirit energy. Got this beautiful native woman who's in nature, which she's with a birch tree, and I love birch trees. She's holding this light in her hand. You can see the spirit and the smoke all around her. She's clearing, she's cleansing. She's understanding that her journey here is about creation, that you're here for a purpose. Tap into the spirit realm, but make sure you're present in your body. Because really, when we release ourselves from our own psychological, mental entrapment, and we break free from the box that's for so long, I will just say this, the devil's wanted us to stay in. We start creating outside the box. We start coloring outside the lines. When we start knowing that we are loved, we will call in more balanced, harmonious relationships. We truly are in a cycle of completion, especially with all of the planets that are at later degrees of their sign. That's about mastering that energy. We have Saturn that's going to go direct, I do believe, right around Scorpio season, which has been in Pisces. Forward movement with discipline and wisdom, and embracing the journey of creation. There's wisdom in that. You see wisdom in her. Oh, it makes me want to go out. I'm so glad. I still have some birch trees that are standing on my land, and I love them. Love them, love them. What is the I am affirmation for Scorpio season, for whoever tunes in to listen? I am healing. Know this on your journey, that you are healing. And if you're like me, that's always doing your shadow work, take a little bit of break from that. And although, yes, you are healing, also know that you need to take time for play. You need to take time to get out in nature. You need to trust your intuition. When your body's telling you need to rest, you need to rest. When your body's telling you you need to retreat, you need to retreat. Oh, and I opened right up to this, so there's some messages here that want to come through more so with the chakra card. Love that image. In a time before history, the she shaman walks the earth, bestowing artistic talents on a select few. One day, she rests under a birch tree. I love birch trees. I knew that's what that was. Hey, says the birch, I want my muse too. Birch entertains the shaman for a long time, singing and telling tales. She shaman smiles, my great friend, you have had art all along. She vows that from then on, she will give everyone their own gift. To this day, she shaman has never left us. We see her inside every creative works. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in tangible art form. It is time to make your decisions. Am I waiting for someone's permission to create my life? What do I need to see in order to claim my own gifts? Opening to magic, lasting transformation, divine feminine awakening, creativity, finding your muse, owning your gifts, creativity, muse, and magic. So let's look at, I know there's a part in the beginning where it describes the specific card as well in the silver, which is the spirit realm, which is right here. These are neutral cards, impartiality. Yes, this is what I want. The creation card. Her name is She Shaman, so there's wisdom there. Letting go of old ideas and allowing new growth are primary now. The mission you have been on may be complete. Cycle of completion. It's complete. It's time to get creative. It's time to get passionate. It's time to get a spark going. Like, we are limited in the body in this lifetime, and it is important for us to remember that, to know that we are loved and supported, that we're on this journey. Do not be fooled by deceivers. Do not be obsessed. Do not be obsessed. Create. Wow. A new dawn is coming, and it is time to open yourself to divine inspiration. The message here is let go. Let go. You no longer need to be the warrior. Whoa. Wow. Let go. Like the leaves on the trees in a fall. You know, if you're in an energy of where it's fall for you, again, fits into this. Let go. You don't have to be a warrior. You don't have to fight. You can allow the cycle of completion to let go. Do not cling on to it. Do not be obsessed by the past. In order to initiate a new day, to free ourselves from the entrapment, we have to have the vision of like this light in the doorway there, that, okay, I've been through this on the earth plane, but I'm ready to create something new. Learn from your past. Don't stay stuck there in grudges, as Scorpio energy on the low vibe can be. You know, that Scorpio ain't nobody like any of the signs on a low vibe that can sting the hell out of you like a scorpion. Do not be that kind of holding grudges and not being vulnerable for the right people. It's time to create. It's a time to know that you are loved. Much love to you. Until the next time. Shalom, shalom.